The Jeff O'Neill Show.
99.3 The Fox, live from Boston. This is our final day. We'll be flying home to Vancouver later today. Joining us as he did yesterday, and we've been bumping into this gentleman in the work complex where we've been all this week, is Dave the Baker.
Dave the Baker.
Morning, Dave.
Morning, guys.
How's it going, buddy?
A lot better today.
All right, the way this interview works, Dave, is you don't have to hold back at all because we are going to, this is pre-taped, and we're running it in about half an hour. We're going to edit out all your terrible language.
Okay.
So you don't hold back, Dave. You say whatever's on your mind. First off, Dave, I want to ask you, have you ever watched National Geographic or Discovery and you see the dominant predator toying with its prey before devouring it? The orca whale, as you know, is known to do that a lot. Do you get that sense that's what's happening here to your Bruins? They're being allowed to win 2 games before they get destroyed by the Canucks?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I think we have you guys on the run right now. That's for sure. I mean, we come out with 2 strong, hard games, and once that Nathan Horton hit and he went down, I think you've seen a whole different team come through.
Bullshit. God damn it.
I wasn't expecting that. I thought he was going to just cower and say it. Dave, there seems to be a change in Bruin country. There's a lot of smack. There's a lot of aggression. It's turning nasty and ugly in this city. We had a 6-year-old yesterday tell Scott to F off, and a fireman wanted to actually kill him because we walked from here back to the hotel wearing a Canuck jersey. Are Bruin fans becoming more assholes as the series goes on? Over to you, Dave.
I think they could become a little bit more cocky as it's going. I mean, with everything, I think you got to feel good about how you are right now. I mean, I don't think after you looked at the first 2 games, you would expect us to be in this situation right now. And I guess you can call it like a little cockiness, a little Boston cockiness. It's been, Christ, 20-something years for us, so
it's been 40,
let us relish.
It's been 40 for us, and we don't have a single goddamn cup.
Yeah.
How many, to be honest, Dave, how many Canuck fans did you shiv yesterday?
None. I went over the garden before the game for a little while and walking around, and there was a ton of the Vancouver Canucks walking around and stuff, and I don't know, maybe you call it like a quiet confidence. You just let them have their way and think the way that they want to think and just relish.
I think heading into this series, Dave, the Canucks and the Bruins never saw very much of each other. It was just one game this season. I don't even remember what the score was in that game, so it doesn't matter.
3-1.
Well, you're paying attention. We're not. But there's no rivalry between these 2 teams. There's nobody to hate, and yet I hate Brad Marchand.
Yeah, he can get under your skin a little bit like that. I think they're all pulling their little antics to try and entice, and it just seems that the Canucks are sort of taken back by what's happening. I don't know how physical they play out in the West Coast, but playing on the East, you get Philadelphia is a very physical team. Boston is, as you know, is trying to show right now that they're the physical dominant team in this. So I think it's just 2 different styles. West is more high scoring, quicker,
skilled,
faster. Yeah, skilled.
He said
it. Is Tim Thomas is he born on this planet?
I don't think so. I think he may have been hatched from an alien egg somewhere. Maybe one of those eggs that Peter Forsberg came from, one of those type players, you know.
Who's the number one fan? Is it Tim Thomas, the number one Bruin in everybody's hearts? Because they keep showing at the games when the score is being run up a fair bit. They always show that picture of Tim Thomas dressed up like Superman with a giant American flag behind him, and the place at the Gardens goes mental.
Yeah, well, I think in the beginning, before the series started, you guys sort of made it a Canada versus USA rivalry, and it was the country against USA, and, you know. So, yeah, I can see how they're going to have a lot of fun with that, put the flag with Timmy.
Talking to Dave the Baker. He works in the complex where we're broadcasting from here in Charlestown. Dave, with 2 minutes to go, facing a shutout, classless Tim Thomas slashed poor Alex Burrows behind the knees for absolutely no reason. Were you embarrassed by this cheap shot? Over to you, Dave.
No, I was not. I think if he didn't get suspended, anything he gets for the rest of the series is due punishment in my eyes.
You know what? Hang on. Shouldn't he get 4 games for that, Scott?
Yes. He hurt Alex Burrows' feeling and his leg. I mean, this is a gentleman's game.
Yeah, it should be, but I guess the gloves are off.
We're hoping that Brad Marchand maybe gets picked off by a bus when they get into Vancouver with him skating off the ice when he had that quote-unquote fight with Keith Ballard, which was pretty much just a hugging match. But when we were watching Brad Marchand skate to the bench, and he was dusting off his hands like he had just knocked out Muhammad Ali, and I wanted to come down from the press box and beat the holy hell out of him myself. Dave, were you applauding that, or were you disgraced like the rest of us?
I think I just had a giant shit-eating grin on.
All right, Dave, a couple more questions for you. It's a best-of-3 series now. As you know, the home team in these playoffs for all the series has won. That means you can't win the cup. Are you devastated?
I have a tear forming in my eye, but I think with the way the schedule works, they're going, there's a day off in between the two games. I don't really think there's any advantage between the two teams. They both have to go fly up. You may have a little hometown in Vancouver, the little flag waving or whatever you guys do out there to entice your team. But I think it's going to wind up being a Bruins victory.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There was about
2,000 or 3,000 Canuck fans that came down, paid a lot of money to see those terrible games 3 and 4. Yourself, anybody getting on their bicycle and going out to Vancouver to watch Game 5?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's too much interest here to go out to Vancouver.
Dave the Baker, you're wearing nothing but Bruins gear today. Next week when you guys are golfing, what is it? It's the Red Sox. They're looking pretty good against the Yankees. For Vancouver fans who obviously hate the Bruins but want to cheer for other sporting teams that actually have a shot at winning a title, who should we look for? There's no NFL this year, so it's all about the Sox, right?
All about the Sox. All about the Sox.
It's Dave the Baker who brought these terrible muffins for us. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, guys.
Go, Canucks, go.
That was Dave.
The Jeff O'Neill Show. Weekday mornings, 6 to 10. Only on 99.3 The Fox.